out for a little ride in the Ranger, and I thought I'd just give a little demonstration of basically the performance, I guess you could call it, of the truck. Like I said in my previous videos, it's not really that fast. I mean, it's got 35-inch tires on it, but or 33-inch tires, but it's definitely got a lot of grunt. It's got good torque. So I'll just give you guys a little bit of a idea what it's like to ride in the driver's seat of the 5.0 Ranger. Like I said, it's all-wheel drive all the time. The speedometer is off by about 10 miles an hour. It actually reads slower than you're going, so at 50 you're actually going 60, and it varies a little bit the faster you go. It's a little more off. That's because of the tires. Alright, so I'll stop and do a little bit of a slight pull. Alright, so there's 60 miles an hour. I was on a slight uphill. So like I said, nothing to write home about. It's definitely not going to be nearly as fast as a two-wheel drive Ranger with a 5-speed and a 5-liter, but it's not too bad. It's got a lot of, like I said, it's got a lot of low-end grunt. I actually pulled a car trailer with the Ranger one time and had a just a small Civic on the back, and it pulled real well. You could hardly even tell it was back there. Just a normal acceleration. Of what it's like if you park throttle or mash the gas right now. So that just downshifted to second gear. You have to be going about 30 or under for it to downshift to first gear. Let's see if I can get an example of that. Road's got a lot of curves. Truck actually handles really well for considering the suspension setup. So it's got the aftermarket Skyjacker springs in the front. It does have the rear sway bar removed, which makes it tow a lot better, makes it run better on some of the dirt roads out here. It's not quite as harsh of a ride, but it's still a pretty harsh ride, like over potholes and stuff. Honestly, what I like most about this truck is it honestly rides better off-road than it does on-road. It's really really set up nicely for gravel, dirt roads out where I live here. Kind of floats down the road nicely, kind of like the Raptor I had did. The Raptor I had actually drove much nicer off-road than it did on dry pavement. It's kind of the same with this truck. It's the aftermarket front drive shaft that I put on here that eliminates that really weak joint that's common on the Explorer 5-liter front drive shaft. There's a slight vibration at certain speeds. I'm completely used to it now, but that was one of the reasons that drive shaft wasn't around very long, because so many people complained about that there was a vibration. But at least it hasn't broke like all the others. The boots would tear, it would spray grease all over the bottom of the truck, then eventually the joint would fail, just because it's kind of an extreme angle on that special joint that they had on them, whereas the front drive shaft that's on here now has a traditional U-joint on the front and back. Get one more 0 to 60 here. All right, 60. It worked out pretty good. All right, well, I just wanted to take you for a little drive. I've had some people asking me for a video like this, just going for a ride in the Ranger. Like I said, it's a really good ride. It's really nice off-road. It's got plenty of power for a Ford Ranger. I mean, anybody who's had a 4-liter, one of the 4-liter single overhead cam Rangers, I've had those in the past. Those actually were really good. I mean, I'm sure that would run neck and neck with one of these, but you know, those 4-liter reliability, they had a lot of problems with the timing chains would break, or the timing chain guides would wear and break, cause the timing chain to jump, and then you had to pull the whole motor and half the time replace the engine just to fix it. I personally had an Explorer that had that problem, so that's why I was kind of liked the thought of a Ranger with a 5-liter. Lots of torque, power, and the reliability of the old pushrod 5-liter. So like I said, leave a comment below, like and subscribe.